2023 Change Your Life Cycle Tour is brought to you by Citi. Turkey is a bustling, vibrant and welcoming country, straddling Southeast Asia and Western Europe. This was the destination for the 15th Citi Change Your Life Turkish Delight Tour. In 2023, a record number of 84 business executives and entrepreneurs took on the Citi Change Your Life Turkish Delight Tour. 4 days of challenging riding around the Mediterranean coastline of Turkey.
This started 16 years ago, so this is our 15th tour. And the two projects that we support at the moment are absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you see videos of what is happening in the Valley of 1,000 Hills, Martin Dreyer, what he's achieving with those youngsters there, turning them into world-class paddlers, world-class cyclists, and then Jan Blom at Namato Township, just outside Port Alfred. What he's achieving with those youngsters in that township is just unbelievable.
In 2007, one of my colleagues were murdered. He was murdered at his home, and we decided to do something about it. There's so many of our leaders of the industry that wants to do something, and we turned something very, very sad into something positive.
This is something that cannot stop really, because the need is never going to change.
The cycling never disappoints. Thorough research and meticulous attention to detail by the route director ensures that the 4 days provide a perfect mix of riding.
I think on this tour we always start from the same place and generally finish there. It's a combination of flats, busy flats and very isolated climbs, but it will be a fantastic experience for everyone.
I think the important thing about this tour is that it comes with a cause, and it comes with a cause that's very dear to my heart. It's about youth, it's about sport, and it's about changing lives using sport as a medium.
A lot bigger, really nicely organized, and yeah, I'm feeling privileged to be here. The people are amazing, and looking forward to it.
So one of the reasons we really decided to come to Turkey was also the earthquake. We've made the decision to come to Turkey, but when the earthquake happened, we thought it's so important to come here and support Turkey and to give back to them. So normally we fly in some of our support crew from South Africa, but this year we've really relied on Kamal to bring all the right people on the tour, and we'll have 50 people as support crew that will look after our execs on this tour. So we want to give something back to Turkey after they've also been devastated.
We helped for motor marshals. We have 13 motorbikes, and we helped for double cabs. We have 5 double cabs, and I have owned 5 cars. It's working on the front. We helped for tea stop, restaurants, cafes, places, and tea stop foods, drinks. We made all airport transfers. Very nice people, very good, very nice people from South Africa. I think I will go to South Africa for a visit.
Our bikes had been brought over by DSV and assembled by Chris from the e-bike cafe. Now all we had to do was ride them. The 85 kilometers was interrupted by a stunning brunch stop at the ancient town of Cedar, which dates back to 7 BC.
I mean, it's for us, we're enjoying the ride. We know what goes on to make this ride happen. And I mean, we know Ashla, the team, the trust and everybody else. We thank them for all this.
It's the people who really make it happen. The Martin Dreyers, the Jan Bloms of life. For me, they're the heroes of the cause. And, you know, the kids and that are the beneficiaries. And we're very lucky to have those kinds of people who are so dedicated to the cause and South Africa in a way.
You know, what better way to do it than having a beautiful ride in the morning and spending some time with people you enjoy spending time with.
The positive vibes were complemented by the tour coinciding with the centenary celebrations of Turkey's independence. Young locals showing their patriotism. The national flag was a constant symbol of pride and unity throughout the week.
And I think that's what the world needs today. I think that's what South Africa needs. We need hope. And it's just fantastic to be part of it. weather's playing along, and there's a fantastic vibe here. So in all ways, for the cyclists and for the people who the lives are being changed, I think all the lives are being changed in a way.
The ancient ruins of cedar are a truly remarkable sight. It was a rare privilege to pass through the Vespasian Gate as we left the town and headed back along the coast. As always, there are a large number of committed change-a-lifers who come back year in and year out. There were also 20 first-timers who were quickly made welcome by the veterans and soon well settled into the groups. It was an ideal first day's ride, a mere 500 metres of climbing over 85 k's. Great preparation for the tougher challenges to come.
Day one, done and dusted, was awesome. Beautiful people, beautiful ride, beautiful sport. Really enjoyed it. An easy 85 k's.
So what is it about Change a Life that makes it so special?
You know, it's very exclusive, and it's really become such a wonderful networking platform, and it's always difficult to choose the people. So we've got it's a little small community, but there's an ethos in this tour. It's like a real family, the people will tell you. We always go on recommendations and make sure we attract the top leaders in our industry.
What a way to end a superb day. Enjoying the sunset in the warm Mediterranean Sea, celebrating with a community of like-minded change-a-lifers. Day 2 saw a pre-sunrise start. Things were about to get real. The riding challenge today was 178 kilometres with 1,900 metres of climbing.
What really resonates with the Change-a-Lifers is the common identity that we have. We're all wearing purple turtle t-shirts today, and the common identity that we have is a very powerful bond, but it goes way beyond the purple turtle spots that is so familiar to everybody. It extends to a common value system that we all have, and that common value system is really firstly underpinned or built on our Change a Life projects, those incredible athletes in the valley, the Namato students, but it even goes way beyond that. It goes into random acts of kindness on the route when people are really feeling down and out. It goes beyond the bicycle, where you regularly see Change a Life people helping one another and giving back and doing something that's bigger than themselves. And I find that an incredible inspiration.
A 10-kilometre climb in the heat of the day up a stunning remote pass gave us time to reflect on the real reason for the tour.
Well, we're privileged to be included in contributing towards Change a Life. We've made meaningful friends, long-lasting relationships, which is why we keep coming back.
You know, we needed to do something more, so the one thing I complained about last year that we didn't have any polka dot kit, so part of the arrangement with Ursula is that we would sponsor the day, but on the condition that we had the polka dot kit. So great to see everybody out in the turtle kit, and it is very special. So nice to give something back. That's what it's all about, and it's only a pleasure for Supergroup to be part of that.
Why are we doing it? It's the beneficiaries, the kids, what Martin does, what Jan Blom does, and we see the benefits of it. Every year you can see where the money goes, and it's like family. If you get invited to a family reunion, you make an effort to be there.
Namato Change a Life changed my life because I was naughty. I used to do karate and boxing, and I used to fight all the time. I used to get involved in fights, like big fights, so I started joining Namato Change a Life, and all of a sudden, like, my focus was most shifting to rowing and discipline.
Abanye abantwana abendleleni badibana nayo nemhlambi badibana ne-drugs, babenza usitoti, baxupha abantu i-cellphone nemali, so ndiyayithanda nana nendlela yabo bahamba phakayana.
They are saying that we are a beautiful example into the community.
Education is the most powerful weapon youth can use to change the world.
On a super day, it was fitting to have Supergroup as the day's sponsor. The long climb challenged everyone, the strong doing what they could to help the not-so-strong climbers. For others, the personal goal of completing the climb, digging deep, suffering, but getting there.
This City Change Life Tour is just unique. We have a different venue every year, and here we are in Turkey. And we do have a good time, and these corporate chaps put their bodies on the line because the days are tough. 177 kilometers today, but it's all for a good cause. And I'm one of the beneficiaries, and I'm truly grateful to these captains of industry for supporting my initiative with helping the rural kids in the Valley of 1,000 Hills.
Every cent of the riders' entry money goes directly to the project supported by the Mike Thompson Change Your Life Trust. It was hard work for sure, but the rewards, both immediate and long-term for the projects, made it so worthwhile. Rolling through the busy town of Alanya presented few problems thanks to the efficient and BLC plant-supported crew of marshals guiding us safely along the roads. In true Change Your Life tradition, day 2 was a seriously tough ride. A reminder that life is not all flat, smooth roads. As we pedalled into the late afternoon sun, the groups were bonded by the collective efforts. There was a sense of deep satisfaction and appreciation for the opportunity and privilege of being part of the Change Your Life family.
Thing that's got positive social impact talks to me, you know, so you don't have to ask too much. My hand is always up, you know, in terms of social impact. So I was very happy about participating, but I think most importantly, I want to thank the organizers of the tour. And I want to thank every South African who's participating. Fantastic company, good conversations, and in the end, you know, the tour is made by the people. So great job. Thank you.
A glorious morning greeted us on day 3. While the distance of 87 kilometers was not too daunting, we were again going to face some serious climbing as we headed back into the hills. Among us, old friends who'd returned to the tour after a few years away.
Yeah, being back, being with the same group of people, supporting the causes, you know, assisting people that really want to help themselves but don't have the means to do so is just an incredible achievement. And we suffer a little bit on a bike, but they suffer a lot more in life, so that's all we can do.
Fittingly, the green of one of the longest-serving sponsors of Change Your Life, the JSC Investor Services, was the colour as we prepared for the ride.
It's fitting that the Turkish 100-year independence anniversary, the Rugby World Cup and the CAL bike tour all come together in 1 week. If we look at Ataturk, who galvanized the country through a common identity towards a revolutionary independence, both Mandela and the Captain Kolisi of the Springboks galvanized the nation through a common identity, and of course CAL, who galvanizes its people through a common identity of bringing violence off the streets and enabling children who would otherwise be very vulnerable to violent crime and giving them hope and a life. It's a great privilege to be able to sponsor this day and to be a representative and a partner in a very, very special and very important initiative, Change Your Life.
What's really warmed my heart with the Change Life mountain bikers is that the guys have looked out of their little bubble in their rural homes, and 5 of the guys in the team have become bike mechanics.
It is a great opportunity, and I much appreciate to work at Tartan Cycling Shop because everyone keep on helping me in the shop. It's not like I'm working alone, no one wanna help me. Everyone is keen to help mother, so that I'm keen to learn.
Thank you, Tour Director, for your unlimited passion for making the magic happen in the Valley of 1,000 Hills. And thanks, City, and to the cyclists for your persistence, determination, and ongoing support.
So passion is the most costly commodity. The more you're willing to pay, the more the price will be. The question is, are you willing to pay the price?
Riding into the forest-clad mountains, the groups again showed incredible camaraderie and determination to get every single rider up the passes.
The lacquer thing is you're doing it at 25 or 30 k's an hour, sometimes 12 k's on the mountains yesterday. So you can take unbelievable things in. And I think that the teamwork and the organisation, you'll have to go a long way to get close to find anything that's similar. So NFB have been fabulously involved for all 15 years thus far, which we're so proud of.
And roughly 85 people on tour, which is more than we normally have, and it's fantastic. It just means we collect more money for the projects. And the projects are, they're cash hungry, and if we don't have our main sponsor, Citi, if we don't have the cyclists who contribute, then we won't be able to fund those projects. And that's what it's all about. So, you know, the trust, or as a trustee, and we're just incredibly grateful for the effort that everybody puts in, and the effort there's so many people who come out here and give up their time for no money, and it's just really a really great cause, great family.
Of course, it wasn't all long, hard climbs. The super smooth descents were an absolute thrill. Again, our AA-supported expert local marshals kept us safe all the way round, so we could enjoy the delicious local fare at the brunch and lunch stops. These and so many other touches were much appreciated by the riders.
Firstly, it's a privilege that we're able to come out here and cycle supported. It's a privilege that we have the means to actually support a good cause. But I think what's even more special is having Martin here and seeing the person who's behind all of these initiatives that we support. So really, it's a worthwhile cause, and it's fun doing it.
Obviously, it's also there are quite a few new people here this year, so it's been great to make some new friends and reconnect with some of the people that we've got to know over the years.
From the very first day, the very first moment, you could really sense it's a special community. Everyone's looking out for each other, helping each other. It's incredible privilege to be here.
We were soon rolling back at a decent clip towards the hotel. Another glorious day on and off the bike done.
Yeah, it's been a long time involved, and wouldn't miss it for the world. It's incredible. We're supporting incredible charities, and it's great to see those youngsters really flourishing and doing well. So it's just lucky to be a part of it and get to ride bikes as well.
Knowing that Change a Life does what it does for the beneficiaries back in South Africa, and hoping one day the lives that are being changed today are going to go on to change other lives. So that keeps me inspired.
While there may be 10,000 kilometres from the Valley of 1,000 Hills and Port Alfred enjoying the Med, these 80-odd cyclists have committed financially, physically and emotionally to making a significant difference to those communities so far away.
My biggest achievement is going to win Warrior and qualifying for World Champ, finishing with the podium on World Champ. Always believe in yourself and embrace change. Change is very important in our communities. It is important to us to be that change.
The greatest legacy you as leaders can leave us with is the positive change that you have created in the Valley of 1,000 Hills.
We're rolling into the final day's ride, once more in the colours of Citi, our umbrella sponsors. 93 kilometres and 1,300 metres of climbing. There was a sense of excitement, tinged with a little sadness, as we contemplated reaching the end of our ride.
So it's really an easy decision. Dig a little bit deep, put in a little cash, come and do what we do, and be around some really good people and make some big difference. And obviously the people that run the show, Ursh and Russell and Ian and Lazanne, I mean, it's just a privilege for them to invite me and for us to be a part of something that's so incredible and so unique.
Once again, Jono Scott, our route director, had conjured up an amazing route. After Alanya, we headed back into the hills, with a stunning brunch stop along the way. A man who couldn't be with us but was sorely missed was Citi South Africa CEO Peter Taylor.
Peter, it's Mark. I'm wearing a Citi top and I'm from JP Morgan, so I think you'll appreciate that. We all really wish you were here, miss you hugely, and look forward to seeing you very soon.
You're a special character. Your organisation helps us do special things for special people, and your friendship is valued, mate, by every single person on this tour and all the beneficiaries to the tour. Thank you, man.
After the initial shock of riding long hours on consecutive days, our legs seem to be feeling much stronger. Other parts of our body, perhaps not so much. Not many can say they've been pushed up a hill by a Tour de France stage winner.
Obviously, I've been here a good few years now, and it's every year it's just, new people, new motivation, but for the same causes. And those causes have benefited so much over the years, and you've seen huge amounts of change in people's lives. And it is something that it's a project, or in essence, a project change a life that I would love to stay involved in for the many, many years to come. And hopefully, all our sponsors and the people here continue to be attached as well.
After refueling in the shaded riverbed, we headed into the sunshine and the climbs that took us along a spectacular loop around the Baraji Dam. After 4 days together, the groups were like tight-knit families. A stop for a family photograph at the top of the dam, a reminder of the wonderful times together. We were soon back in Alanya, rolling through the flag-bedecked streets. The warmth of the locals evident as they cheered us on. The route director had one final challenge for us. Alanya Castle has presided over the region and the harbour since around 3 BC and provided a defensive bastion from invaders for centuries. These lycra-clad invaders were not likely to overthrow anyone right now. The 3-kilometre climb was a serious test. The wall stretched 6 kilometres around the top of the promontory on the grounds of the castle. It was a fitting way to end 4 days of truly wonderful riding. Having survived the cobbled descent, we rolled into Alanya harbour. Tired, happy, grateful for so much. Old friendships renewed, new friendships fostered. And a sense that along with the privilege of being able to ride our bikes, comes a responsibility to help change lives when and where we can.
A great privilege to be able to do this. Great few days spent riding with friends, new friends, whilst also giving back and changing lives. The work that the Trust does, it's amazing, it impacts many people, and so grateful that I was able to play my part whilst also having a great time on the tour.
But then it reminds you every night we watch those videos about what we're really here for, and every little bit of pain, every push, every hill we had to climb, all the Jono specials in there, all worth it.
It's just such a fantastic cause. I think everybody says the same story, but the reality is it is. I mean, we come out here, we have a huge amount of fun. We work hard, but we know that whatever we do here, there's just so much good that we're doing back home in South Africa. South Africa needs help, and anything that we can do, we like to do. And the causes that we ride for here are just something special. So hard work what we do here, but it's worth every single second that we put in.
So here we are at the end, 15 tours ago, where the General Russell, my predecessor, was hugely supportive of Ursula's vision, and 15 years later he's handed that tradition back down to the JSC, and it's been an absolutely wonderful tour.
Cheers! Thank you, Citi!
While our bikes were packed and loaded, we boarded a boat to cruise back to the hotel around 30 kilometres down the coast. What a pleasure.
Clearly it works, and clearly they do a superb job, and Ursula and the whole team, Lizanne, Jono, I mean, they put together an absolute superb thing. I mean, this would work whether it was for charity or not. I mean, it's such a great thing. They put together such a proper show. Nobody's going to miss this. You've been once, you go forever.
And so to the final sunset on the Citi Change a Life Turkish Delight Tour. The traditional fancy dress gala dinner was a chance to celebrate Change a Life in leather and stars. It was also a time to remember a wonderful man who was a much-loved member of the Change a Life family, Derek Watts, or as he was known to his Change a Life family, the Stork. Derek's humility, humour, determination and kindness will live with the Change a Life family for all time. By way of recognising that spirit and keeping it flowing through the Change a Life tours, the Derek Watts Award will be presented to a rider every year.
It's your nomination, by the way, as you can explain. So this particular person,
Emotional times indeed. Derek was a truly wonderful human being, whom we were all very lucky to have known.
It is an incredible honour and a very, very, very special thing. Thank you.
A truly humbling experience to be the first recipient of the Derek Watts Award amongst so many wonderful, worthy people.
The City Change a Life Turkish Delight Tour was a truly special event. Memories made for a lifetime, thanks to all involved for changing so many lives.
The 2023 Change a Life Cycle Tour was brought to you by Citi.